good teams out here, and if you don't play your best, you don't win. We played really well against Cowley on Saturday, won. It just, for one reason or another, too many walks, a couple errors, and we didn't make big pitches. So we didn't have the success we wanted to, but shoot, man, for kids to finish a season, we'll take a state championship from Florida and a trip to Grand Junction every year if we're, thinking straight, I guess. So the fact of the matter is, we got to play better to win out here. Walters did last night, and Cowley did today, and we'll take home a wonderful experience with us, and hope to be back next year.
And it's tough to lose that Monday night game with all the emotion that comes with it, and then having to come back to win that next game. It's the toughest game, I think, in the tournament to win.
It is, and then we get off to that great start with, I think we hit 3 home runs in the first inning, and that kind of shakes that off. That gets that. If you come here with a little in the doldrums from losing at 10 o'clock last night or whatever, and you come in with a little bit of that hangover left, those 3 home runs, I think, got us out of that. The rest, it was just their bullpen did a good job of pitching us well, and they kept us off the board, and we couldn't keep them off the board. So the hangover from last night was over in the first inning, so we certainly can't blame it on that. Cowley did what they needed to do to win.
I'm curious, just I'd love to hear a little bit more about this team. When you knew this team, could make it to Grand Junction, and what you're going to remember most about these group of guys.
When our conference season started, we were about 13-11. We had played 24, 25 games. 2 games into conference, you could tell this team had flipped a switch in just 2 games after conference, and then we go 27-3 in the conference, and we just got better and better. We got better and better. I think we broke our home run record today. We had Kevin Kilpatrick's 100th hit was a home run today in the first inning. That's a record. Our previous record was 92 hits. Edric Felix extended his record on the home run record. He's got 19 now in the season, and his RBI record up over 80, I believe. Caleb Cowley had an unbelievable year. John Moran. When you have 5 or 6 hitters at the top of your lineup like that, you can get to Grand Junction, and then you can do some damage in Grand Junction, as we showed with like 10 home runs in the 3 games that we played or something. So you could see this team could get to Grand Junction, 5 or 10 games into our conference season, so probably 30 games in.
Mm-hmm. And what did you tell them, talk to them about, after the game?
Oh, it just, into the season stuff, it's going to hurt. You come out here to win it, but if you tell me on, January the 28th or whatever it was, we start our season, that we can end our season every year with a state championship and a trip to Grand Junction, you take it every day of the week. Now, when you get out here, your goals change, and you go, there's 10 teams playing for a national championship. So that hurts a little bit. But shoot, we'll take this. Once the tears and the hugs and all that goes away, you look back and said, the brotherhood of these guys coming together and having a blast from Denver to Grand Junction on the bus with about 2.5 hours, 3 hours in. It was such a long day of travel. They giggled for an hour and a half on their way here, and just stuff like that you'll remember forever. You'll remember Grand Junction trip forever, and World Series and state championships and things like that. So we got our hugs in, and you got to step back and look at the entire picture, and we had a really good season, and it didn't end like we wanted to after we got here, but you got to be able to take the positives out of it.
Coach, it seemed like in this particular game, every time you guys scored a run, they seem to answer you guys right back. What was going through your mind as the game is progressing?
Yeah, it was that. We're looking down at the bullpen to see who can get us some outs, and we tried a few different guys, and Connor gave us some quality innings in the middle. This park and this stadium, this high air, is incredibly hard to pitch in for everybody. I don't think there's a pitcher that'll leave this place and go, oh, it's easy to pitch in Grand Junction. No, it's not. So you throw that in with a couple thousand people in the stands and facing really, really good hitters throughout a lineup, it's tough to get out. So yeah, you can score some runs, but you better keep putting on runs, because no matter how good your bullpen is, you can accidentally misjack one out of left field. A left-hander could hit a backside out of left field, or just get one up in the air, and the balls don't break like they do in Florida. It's a tough place to pitch in. You got to be really good. When a pitcher throws a 2-hit shutout here, call me, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's been a while. Either that or the guys in the big leagues making a lot of money right now. So that would be an outlier performance for any pitcher that comes here. But you got to put up a bunch of runs to win, and your pitcher can pitch really well for 5 innings and give up 2 or 3 runs, and that's probably a good outing. But you got to score more than they do. So yeah, it seemed like every time we get some, we gave up some, just like last night. And that's what it is. Got to pitch better. You can't walk guys before you give up a hit. We've done that. It's a tough place to pitch, and I wouldn't want to be a pitcher here. I'll tell you that.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Coach. Great